So we continue, was our topic, Hanukkah, and it says, so next topic, custom pertaining to Hanukkah. The Maharil writes that it is a tradition that no work is done while the Hanukkah lights are burning. An allusion to this can be found in the name of the holiday Hannukah, right? Hanu, they rested, right, and from the enemies and from work, right? It is a custom that women do not work as long as the lights are burning, and they should not be lenient in this matter. It's very interesting. So, as we said yesterday, until at least like half an hour, the lights should be burning, right? So at least half an hour or whatever time. So don't do work meaning melacha, right? The Shabbos melacha, right? Right. Right. So for women, it's proper, as he said, not to do any work because in some sense, as we're going to see later, if we're going to get to that section, that victory was in their honor. So they were actually right, not in their honor, but they push for this fight between the husbands against these Greeks. Right, so it's their husband. That's their holiday. All right, and they should not be lenient when lights are burning. Among the some Sephardic communities, women refrain from work all day during Hanukkah. That's a little too much, but okay, right. But still, they need to prepare food and stuff like that. In other communities, the custom is to follow only the first and last days. Right, first and last days. So meaning. Do not work. Women do not work on Hanukkah. Okay. The reason for particular emphasis on Hanukkah observance on the part of the women is a harsh decree that had been issued against the daughters of Israel. Right. So these crazy Greeks, right, and their culture, this Western culture, is a Greek culture. The Greeks ordained that every girl who was to be married was to be brought first to the Greek ruler. So he is going to right, have time with her, and then she can marry her husband. Can you imagine, like, what these women went through? Right, it's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. And right, and these people teach us democracy. They teach us humanity and values. These Greeks, you understand? So that's maybe. I mean, after reading, we just finished. Laws of Yichud and how this Akum, you cannot trust him like a non-Jew and his wife. So he's a continuation, right? Additionally, the miracle itself came about through the heroism of women. Okay, so here we go. The daughter of Yochanan the Kohen Gadol, was especially beautiful. And the Greek tyrant king desired her. She pretended to acquiescence, came to him and fed him cheese dishes until he became thirsty. Then she gave him wine to quench his thirst, and he became intoxicated and fell asleep. Thereupon she beheaded him. Ooh, right, so that's our women. Right, sometimes right? She beheaded him. She brought his head to Jerusalem, and when the enemy commanders saw what had happened, they fled. So right, and at that time, so there is no leader. That's it. So we have to flee. Very interesting. And she was a daughter of Kohen Gadol. Sometimes, like. Women, all of us have to take drastic measures, right? Something physical. It is said that this is the reason that the custom of eating food made with cheese on Hanukkah, right? So meaning cheese. What do we do with cheese? I'm not sure what we do with cheese. Okay, but a custom eat for food with cheese on Hanukkah. Similarly, it is traditional to eat food that is fried in oil. So at least everybody do, right? To commemorate the jar of oil through which the miracle occurred. Okay, so first, what we learned, women should not be right, should be very strict, right, to remind themselves how, like, through what they went through, they, not these women but their ancestors, right? And it's in some sense it's women's holiday, right? And remember the heroism of this woman, like I think Yael, or maybe not her name, right? It does not say here. Right, that's a story, right? So she saw that the only way to get rid of these Greeks, not to ask them not to do it, but just sever the head. Okay, that's the language they do understand. So talk to them on the language they do understand. Okay, and as a commemoration of this event and other Hanukkah, we eat, as he said, cheese. I mean, in our community, I mean, maybe some people eat cheese. I don't know. I don't know what other people eat, but for sure something fried in oil. So what is fried in oil? So for us, it's latkes. We don't eat these donuts, but they're not healthy. But latkes also, but a little healthier. Right? Meaning this potato latkes, you just fry it in a lot of oil, deep fried. What could be better? With onions, with other things. Continue. So the point is oil. So you use oil. Although festive meals are not prescribed on the day of Hanukkah, many follow the custom invest in the Hanukkah meals with a special atmosphere of rejoicing and discussing the Torah themes and reckoning the miracles performed for Israel, so as to make the meals into Seudah mitzvah. So, right, so, okay, even though there is no mitzvah to eat, right? So there's no mitzvah to eat, but if there is people gathered together and they're going to speak words of the Torah and they eat, there is no problem. So now this eating became Seudah mitzvah. So that's, and people have like parties, they make parties, right? And right, they invite other people, many people come, not religious, they eat without the blessing, they eat without kippah, they intermingle, men and women, they get acquainted and stuff like that, and fortunately nothing good happens from this party, right? And whose fault is it? The person who donated to this party, who enabled all of these people to come. Guess what? He's going to be responsible for all of the abortions that are going to come from all of the other bad things, right? Unfortunately. Next thing, right? It is customary among the Sephardic community in Jerusalem for communal meals to be arranged during the day of Hanukkah, communal meals. Friends who quarreled during the year becomes reconciled these meals, right? So meaning the whole community come, so you cannot say that you're not coming. Okay, very interesting, right? So people get together, but many times they talk about Jewish education, about kids. So that's the right time. Talk about Jewish education, because the main goal of the Greeks were to kill Torah. So, and how we fight the Greeks, we spread the Jewish education, we spread the knowledge of the Torah through kids. It has also been custom in many Jewish communities to focus public concern on Hanukkah, on the matters affecting education of the children. Community officials would gather to discuss methods to enhance the study of Torah among the children, as well as in the community as a whole. For the Hebrew root of the Hanukkah connotes education as well as inauguration. Right. And the essence of Jewish education is teaching Torah to the children. Right? That's Jewish education. Right? We teach them Torah, and there is a time when it's like a tradition from I don't know from how long ago to give Rebbe gifts. Right? So the Rebbe from the teacher from Yeshiva give them gifts. Okay. So continue. For this reason, it is traditional for father to give Hanukkah gelt to the children, as to say these gifts you are given to you today, so that you will accept the yoke of the Torah. So Hanukkah gels this, all of us saw this chocolate coins, right? Chocolate coins, they call it Hanukkah gels, right? Chocolate, it's disgusting chocolate. I don't know why would they put such a disgusting chocolate there. I'm not sure. Like all of them, whatever I tried in my life, just simply not good, right? But on another hand, like you give Hanukkah geld, meaning geld means money in Yiddish, right? So you give them what is it? Money to children. So say I'm paying you now, but for you to continue learning Torah forever. Right? It's not but accepting yoke of the Torah forever. Yoke is different. So some people just learn because it's how these people say, intellectually stimulating. Right? We don't learn. I mean, even if it's intellectually stimulated, it's very interesting. But we learn because Hashem said so, as we learn today. Right? We learn because Hashem said so, and in order to observe, in order to change yourself, you need to know what to do. Okay. It was also the traditional on Hanukkah for the rabbis to travel to all outlying Jewish community to teach and to teach Torah and the fear of heaven. The Jew in these rural villages would draw inspiration from this visit for the entire year. That's amazing. So some people like farmers, they live like far away from the city, so these rabbis would travel. I mean, in olden days, like how much you can travel, right? Especially in Hanukkah, like it would be like rainy season, like in winter, so you cannot travel a lot. But whatever people did, whatever they did. Today, you have a car, you can be like in 17 places in one day, right? There is no problem. But in olden days, it was different. But still, as it says here, so people would get the draw inspiration from this like coming of the rabbis for the whole year. Okay. And it says, continue. The widespread custom that the children have of prayed dreidel, like listen, spinning the Hanukkah top, okay, also reflect the theme of Hanukkah. Because the children have a Hanukkah geld, right? So they have money now that they receive from their parents, and because of the lighting of the Hanukkah lights, caused them some cessation from the Torah study, right? Okay, during the long winter nights, it is as if we are saying to the children, relax tonight and spend your happy hours, so that you can accept the yoke of Torah and the exertion required for the fulfillment of the mitzvah after Hanukkah. So meaning relax today, but remember but that after Hanukkah you have to accept the yoke of the Torah. So it's my personal take. So I mean, if you explain the children like that or anybody like that, so yeah, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. Oh, I am doing that. It's very difficult. And right, it's actually like children would learn like, why do I need difficult life? And that's what when people came to Rav Moshe's finds in the Tzal and said, why so many ruined shuls? Neighbor, why so many children? They're not going to the ways of the fathers. Like in Father's Day, as family, they sacrifice a lot, right? To stay Jewish, to eat kosher, to send the children to yeshiva. So why would they leave and go to secular life? And Moshe Feinstein, that's all said, because very often, like on Friday, they say it's hard to be an Yid. So like it's very hard to be a Jew. So meaning that even though they try to be like to give over the positive message, So despite, look my son, look my daughter, despite of all the difficulties, all of this world that hate us and stuff like that, and all the obstacles in life, we still light the Shabbos candles sometimes, we still have kosher meat, kosher this, kosher that. Despite of everything, you go into yeshiva, even public school is free, stuff like that. So, but when the father say or mother say it's very hard, so children say, who needs this hard life? Like, why don't I enjoy myself? And that's what happened. So we should not say, oh, you have to rest. No, rest for what? Enjoy it. Right? What could be better? You learn Torah. So, and if you repeat enough time to children, or even to ourselves, so finally it's like sudden, not finally. Suddenly it's there is no suffering. There is no suffering. Right, but if somebody said, like, we're going to make a video, right? Somebody said, no, you have to learn the Torah even a few minutes a day. Few minutes a day. The guy have the whole day. What I mean, like a few minutes a day, yeah, but because it's hard, like hard. So you have to explain the opposite. They say that it's a big privilege for you to learn half an hour a day, 15 minutes a day, but not few minutes a day. Okay. So it's all depends on perspective. So if in your perspective it's hard, it's impossible. So right, Hashem make it impossible. Okay, continue. And even now, if you play, do not forget the miracles and wonders wrought by God on our behalf. Right. So that's what they say. For this reason, the dreidel are inscribed with the Hebrew letters Nun, Gimel, Hey, and Pei. Right? The initial letters of Nes Gadol, Hayan Po. Right? So it means the great miracle occurred here. Outside of right, so it's when you're like in Israel, but if you're outside of land of Israel, it is customary to replace the Peh, the last Peh, the letter with a Shin. Right? The initial letter of Sham. Sham meaning there, so meaning great miracle happened there. Right, there meaning in Eretz Israel. Thus, even when the children are playing, the remembrance of the miracle of Hannukah, right? Remembrance of the miracle of Hannukah is woven into their games, right? But we have to explain what exactly these letters mean and how. Of course, they like into the game with their children, but we have to explain these letters to them. Custom on Hanukkah have an educational objective for children as well for adults. We recall, right? So meaning very, very important again. So these people, these Greeks, these Zionists, right? They try to kill us, our soul, meaning to separate from the Torah, stop us from observing mitzvahs. So like not to learn on Hanukkah is like opposite to like it's exactly what they wanted to do, right? So that's why we don't cancel classes on Hanukkah. I mean, that's one of the million reasons. The custom of the Hanukkah have education objective for children as well as adults. They recall God's loving kindness toward His people and bring Israel to offer thanksgiving and praise to Him and accept His Torah and mitzvahs upon themselves. Right? So Hashem saw that we wanted, right, to observe His Torah, and He let us, He grant us. Okay, so let's just mark it. Okay, so we stop here.